Hey, it's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. Today's, we're going to cut that. Today's video, we're going to do one of my favorite tractors, the L2501. We're going to do a review on it, starting at the front, working our way to the back, pointing out some key features, and having a little conversation about it. What is a 2501? It's basically a nice simple tractor. It's in the economy lineup from Kubota. It makes it nice and simple. Before the 2501, again, there was always a gap in the lineup whenever they came out with the L01s. So that was your 33 and 39. There was a couple years where they had no other offerings. So they went from 3, like the 32, 34, and 3800, and then went down to 2, and they found there's a big gap. So they came out with these a couple years after the L01s first came out. Nice simple tractor. It was the L2800 beforehand, and then basically it's a few little updates to cosmetically to meet new emission controls. So it's kind of it was 28 horsepower, now down to 25, but it's just a nice simple tractor. It fit that gap that was missing in the Kubota lineup to give you a nice big frame size in the economy lineup. So some of the key points you're going to want to know about it before you go to your local dealership is, well, what is it? What is it? What is it? Kind of idea. So starting up front here is the bucket itself. It is going to be 66 inch. Again, it's nice and deep, whether you're moving your material around, whether it be your gravel, sand, whatnot, it's going to be able to do it for you. After that, you're going to see usually skid steer quick attach. It is still an option. You can get pin on. It's going to be called the FL pin on loader because it is comes right from factory. You're either pin on or skid steer quick attach. Again, it is either going to be a 525 or 526. They nicely updated to the 526 when they released the LO2s there about 9 months ago. So again, a couple nice new options with the 526. Biggest one being the grill guard here. Again, you'll see it whenever we talked about our LO2, whenever they released them, is that nice black grill insert. Really protects things, keeps everything nice and safe. Because again, whenever you're dealing with one of these, you don't know where sticks are going to come from. Again, so whenever you can keep everything nice and simple out front and keep everything nice and safe, always go with that grill guard insert. It's a couple $100, keeps everything good and protected. Again, your lift capacity on that loader haven't changed a whole lot. Again, you're still dealing with that like 1,200 pounds, 525 kilos. That's where they get that name from. So nice and simple, as that's what you're going to hear a lot about whenever we get into this review here. So sticking with out front here, we'll talk about this front axle. Again, what's so important about talking about a front axle? Well, it hasn't changed. That's the big thing. Again, if you look at any of the tractors in the last 20 years on the L economy lineup, you're going to see the same front axle. Again, it's bulletproof. Other than some kingpin seals that you're going to have to change every now and then, nothing's going to happen with it. One thing that gets pointed out to me all the time, especially around here, we deal with a lot of bush lots, people playing in the bush, moving trees, popular tractor for it. Well, your tie rod ends here, very unprotected. It could cause some damage there. What if a log comes up? I've seen hundreds and hundreds of economy tractors come through the shop. I've only ever seen one with damage to the front. Again, it's just one of those things that, well, yes, because it looks exposed and it is exposed, doesn't always mean that you're going to catch it on anything. So just be mindful of that whenever you're looking at it. Yes, it is exposed. Not going to run into any issues with it. It's just the nature of it. Whenever we move a little bit further back, talking about that engine itself, it is a 25 horsepower engine. Again, dumbed down from the 2800s. So again, try tested true engine. You've been around for like 15 years. Not going to run into many issues with it because it's simple. There is no emissions on it. It is the biggest frame size you're going to get with no emissions. It's going to keep it simple. And again, be mindful of that. I'm going to say it lots because it is an economy tractor. That's what Kubota was aiming for. So whenever we move a little bit further back again, we're going to talk about the operator station. Again, very basic. Whenever we talk about that seat itself, yes, it is a comfortable seat. Would it be nice if there was a suspension seat available and some armrests? 100%, but it isn't offered. Again, they're trying to keep things simple. One thing I always preach on is the LED lights. The headlights for the L01 series wasn't available. Looks like it is going to be available in the L02s, and for whenever the L2502 comes out, it will be there for you. After that, whenever you get into the grab handles and stuff, it's virtually the same layout what you've seen for the last 20 years. Nothing has really changed or has needed to change. Tried, tested, true. Why change things when it isn't broke? And that's something that has worked fantastic for Kubota, is this layout. One thing that is left on this lineup is the clutch. It is pretty much the only one left in the small tractor lineup, is having that clutch there. Again, it's needed whenever you start the unit up or whenever you're going to turn an implement on with regards to your rear PTO. So a very simple layout to keep things nice and basic for you. Looks like we're going to see some nice upgrades whenever it does come to the 2502 this spring, but until then, this is the tractor that's available. One small downside again is that hump in the middle. Again, being an economy tractor, that's what you're going to run into. It doesn't matter whether you're looking at Kubotas, John Deere's, Massey's, Cases, that's what they do have in the economy lineup. So after that is tires. Again, few choices. 99% of the tractors you're going to see out there are going to be on industrial. Again, you can get your Ags or your new R14s, and they do offer turfs. Again, as we've seen in the past, and you can oversize your tires too with some wheel spacers. So yeah, so when talking about a 3-point hitch on the Economy L, in this case the 2501, it's simplistic, it's basic. There's a lot of room in and around it. You'll see in and around the fenders and stuff, lots of openings. Again, it's not for your PTO. It's not electric. It's a manual cable there to turn it on and off. Again, which is nice whenever you look to feather things on. You still can do it. You can just kind of gently engage it instead of bang on, bang off the new electric ones. You won't be able to oversize your implements. Again, you only have 25 horsepower. So let's say if you're talking about tillers on a 3901, you could go up to like a 72 inch. This one you're going to be at your 66, and that's where you're going to be. After that, like I mentioned, it is a basic 3-point hitch. Not too often are you going to see bungee cord there taking out the bounce in between. One thing that you can do if you do end up with multiple attachments is upgrade the sway bars there. Again, highly recommended. It's not a very expensive upgrade, but not needed if you only have 1 or 2 attachments for the 3-point hitch. One thing you can get back here is rear remotes. Again, and you can also get third function for the loader too, that I forgot to mention. You can get rear remotes back here up to 2 sets. Again, if you ever got some attachments that needed some angling or some rotation, depending on what attachment it is. So yeah, so again, at the end of the day, without a whole lot of horsepower there, you can't oversize your attachments. So this 3-point hitch is going to be more than capable for anything you're looking to do on the economy lineup. To wrap up this video, as I mentioned, the L2501 is one of my more favorite tractors to sell. Why is that? Because it's simple, it's basic, it's not going to fail, it's going to work for a lot of people. And I say that because it isn't a tractor for everybody, but it is. If you have a little bit of acreage, or you're looking to play, you're looking for the beginnings of an actual tractor, this is what suits. It suits a lot of people's needs, whether you're talking about having just 5 acres or 100 acres, secondary tractor, third or fourth, you know, or you're gonna love it. And I can't say that enough. It's a tractor for a lot of people, a lot of different needs. In our area, whether you're just looking to do your driveway, looking to take it into the back 40, making those food plots, it's going to do it for you, and there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Whenever you go to your local dealer, hopefully the product specialist, or hopefully this gives you a little bit of knowledge. Whenever you're talking to your product specialist, you already know a little bit about the 2501. So if you did enjoy today's video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please leave them down below. Thank you.